Welcome everyone to your special weekend reading for September the 7th to the 9th of 2018. So I did upload some previous videos for all 12 signs, but I had to remove them because I did mention that there will be a full moon in Virgo, but that's not the case. It's a new moon. So there's a big difference, and I didn't want to give out misinformation about the energies that you might be dealing with, but I'm going to attach this particular upload to the previous upload that I did. But if you do hear any reference regarding a full moon, don't pay attention to that, but pay attention to the energies that you might be dealing with when it comes to your romantic life, dealing with another person, either in a relationship, you're married, you're getting to know somebody, and you're trying to, sift through the different scenarios, energies that you want to resolve. So that's going to be just a message. So just pay attention to that. I'll send you a lot of love, tons of feeling vibes as well, and I hope that you enjoy the reading. Have a good one. All right. Welcome, Taurus, to your weekend special for September 7th to the 9th of 2018. So I feel like the mutual energy between both of you might be having some financial issues at home. Either someone is either going through a divorce, a separation, or breakup, or the fact that you don't have your own place. There are issues with your partner being able to save, for the other person being able to save, for mutual understanding and being able to reciprocate with the connection. So I feel like that is on both sides. So either both of you are going through a divorce, or you're not really committing right now because there is tension around the home. Even if you're under the same roof with one another, I feel like your love interests might have some issues because of either there was infidelity in the past, there was cheating, there was dishonesty, and they may be bringing these issues up and constantly, opening up a sore spot, so to speak, and it does affect you in many ways. And even if, for instance, if that person is not communicating with you, for some of you, it's because they're healing from another person. They're still dealing with another person, and that's the reasons why you might want them to communicate, you want them around, but they're not willing to come around right now because they're dealing with something else. They're not willing to open up to you because they're dealing with someone else. They still have that other person in their energy, so to speak. So that's what I feel might be causing the friction between both of you, and it's almost as if both of you are trying to avoid a sensitive matter, trying to avoid one another, because when you are around one another, or when you think about the scenario that's happened or what has been going on, deep wounds, emotional wounds, whatever it might be, I feel like it reminds you of something that does bring a lot of maybe trauma or even drama between the both of you. And I feel like part of you stepping away from one another is to avoid getting into conflict, and maybe because someone is an attention seeker sometimes, and that could be something that affects the relationship in some way, and doing these things to constantly hurt the other person, even having issues with the mind, needing counseling, needing to talk to somebody about what's been going on. Either you or the other person could be having these issues, which could be very intense. So I feel like, staying up late at night, trying to, you're trying to stay busy, you're trying to do something else so that you can remove yourself from the mental fog that you could be dealing with. But I feel like it's an obsession that could be going on with you and another person. So it seems like both of you might be going through these things, either thinking about one another or thinking about how someone might respond if you were to move forward, or if they were to move forward and leave the connection alone, or if this person is coming back in your life, or if they're willing to move on permanently or stay away. So I feel like these energies are very intense. Someone might be motivated by money only. Someone might be motivated by sexual desire only, and you're trying to figure out, what is it? Should I stay? Should I go? These kind of things. What motivates the other person to even stay around me, or constantly do these things over and over again? Am I being manipulated, played? These kind of things might run through your mind for a lot of you out there. So I feel like there is the intensity of that. The fifth house, again, is the house of Leo. That's the original house. But when it's in the sign of, Virgo, that means that you might be very, very critical of your romantic partner or love interest about the things that they don't do, how they might kind of pull back away from you, how the connection is when it comes to playfulness and joy, bringing these certain topics up, and how both of you might not really mesh well, or how friends and social activities affect the relationship. So these things might come up in the conversations, if you do have conversation. If you don't, it's because you two are separating from somebody, either an ex-partner or someone else that you're dealing with is dealing with these things, and you know about it and it's driving you nuts. So that's what I feel could be going on throughout the weekend. I feel like you might, even if your partner is not around, you might even try to do something else to get the recognition from another person, even if it's not them. Even romantically, for a lot of you, you're needing to work on your confidence right now, because I feel like it might be stressed and strained a bit, and your partner or romantic love interest, they're dealing with the same kind of scenario that you are. Little do you know. Okay, so just keep that in mind when it comes to the weekend. It is intense. I feel like if anything, the home environment needs to be of focus or of importance, and also your confidence in getting some rest and not staying up so late, because it's a warning. If you do drink or do whatever you do, make sure that you be mindful, because the full moon can affect you in a big way, and just be careful. Okay, so have a good one. Much love, much light, and again, you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something personally for your energy. All right, have a good one.